Most people say the same thing when they talk about Arkham Batman. He took down an army in one night. And yes, that's technically true, but that's an understatement. Because that army, it was trained specifically to end Batman. But even that misses the actual point. The Arkham games aren't just about Batman beating criminals, they're about a man surviving the worst nights of his life, over and over again, and somehow refusing to break. Just Batman aura farming night after night. One of the many things that makes Arkham Batman so terrifying is each Arkham game takes place over one night. One night where everything goes wrong. One night where the entire city tries to destroy him. One night where criminals, assassins, monsters, and supervillains all decide it's time to test Batman. And each night, they don't succeed. Across the Arkham games, Batman survives a $50 million bounty placed on his head, a supervillain asylum takeover, an entire prison city uprising, and an entire military invasion of Gotham. And worst of all, he collects more than 600 Riddler trophies. He does these in separate nights, and he solves each one before sunrise. Because apparently, Bruce Wayne treats citywide catastrophes as unfinished homework. By the time we reach Batman Arkham Knight, Batman is in his mid to late 30s. You know that age when your joints start making sounds when you stand up? When sleeping wrong destroys your back for 2 days? Yes, that's the age at which Bruce Wayne is fighting tanks. The man isn't even at his physical peak anymore, and he's dropping bars such as,
What are you doing?
Evening the odds.
"Sir, you're fighting a military invasion. What odds?" And the craziest part? This night somehow gets worse and worse the deeper you get. Scarecrow returns with a new strain of fear toxin, strong enough to drive entire cities insane. Working with the mysterious Arkham Knight, he evacuates Gotham and unleashes a private military army into the streets. This isn't just a gang, this is a professional militia army, trained specifically to defeat Batman, equipped with tanks, drones, helicopters, snipers, and military grade combat gear. Their leader, who we get to know, is Jason Todd, Batman's former Robin, who personally trained these soldiers using Batman's own tactics, meaning they know how Batman moves, how he stalks enemies, how he uses fear, how he attacks from above. They are basically trained in anti Batman warfare. After the city evacuation, the people left in the city are criminals, militia soldiers, supervillains, and Batman. Even the police are overwhelmed. Gotham has too many ops.
Tonight, Gotham's relying on one man to save us all.
So Batman basically becomes the only protector left in Gotham. With his IT department, operations slash admin department, research and development department, and Nightwing and Robin too, whom he seems to be reluctant to work with. That's it, Batman versus the entire city. Across Gotham, the Arkham Knight deploys tanks, drone armies, sniper checkpoints, surveillance towers, explosives across the city. Batman isn't fighting crime anymore, he's dealing with the military occupation. And on top of this, the Arkham Knight literally shoots Batman in the ribs, so Batman is doing everything in one night, with a bullet wound. And if that wasn't enough, for most of the night, Batman is tripping on the Joker poison and Scarecrow's toxins, which causes hallucinations, meaning Joker is basically living in Batman's brain the entire night. Batman knocks out 10 bad guys, Joker is immediately behind him. Oh, look at you, Bats. Imagine trying to focus at work and the most annoying clown in history is roasting you inside your head. That's Batman's mental state that night. Batman also faces psychological warfare. He is tricked into thinking Barbara Gordon has ended her life. This happens mid mission, Bruce genuinely thinks someone he cares about just died because of him. On top of this, he finds out Arkham Knight is Jason Todd, and Jason blames him for abandoning him. Knowing Bruce and how much he cares for his loved ones, this must have affected him too. Despite everything, Batman keeps going because Gotham needs saving. His enemies are terrified. On top of this, he even gets an upgraded batsuit. He now takes out his enemies with fear takedowns. The thugs are probably thinking, "Come on, man, come on." Batman is moving like the Flash now. Arkham Batman manages to destroy the Cloudburst weapon, reconcile with Jason Todd, save Catwoman, defeat Scarecrow, Harley Quinn, Penguin, Two-Face, Riddler, and collect his trophies and solve his riddles, defeat Deathstroke, Firefly, Hush, Killer Croc, Mad Hatter, Professor Pig. He overcomes Joker's mind games, he defeats at least 800 soldiers, and destroys over 100 tanks. He neutralizes the entire militia, all in one night. And remember, Batman is holding back the entire time. Each punch, each takedown, he refuses to end his enemies. And the night ends with Scarecrow hitting Batman with the maximum dose of fear toxin. But Batman simply says, "I'm not afraid, Crane." The Master of Fear realizes something terrifying. Batman has become immune to fear itself. In Batman Arkham City, Gotham's solution to crime was apparently, let's put all the criminals in one place and remove the guards and remove the systems. That's not a prison, that's a supervillain convention. And then Bruce Wayne gets arrested and thrown inside. Fantastic. Within minutes, he escapes, retrieves his suit, and begins dismantling the power structure of the prison city from the inside. But the actual threat isn't the gangs fighting for control. It's a secret plan known as Protocol 10, a plan designed to wipe out the entire prison population. When racing against the clock to uncover the truth, Batman also finds out that he has been poisoned by the Joker's blood. This isn't the drink some water and rest type of poison. This is the you have hours left to live kind. So Batman is saving an entire prison city when his body is literally shutting down. At one point, he interrogates a thug and says, "Please don't lie to me. I only just got Riddler's last informant's blood off my face." Which is terrifying if you think about it. Inside Arkham City, you have Hugo Strange, Penguin, Joker, Harley Quinn, Bane, Clayface, Riddler, Deadshot, Tiny the Shark. Yeah, he beats down a shark. And Batman just decides he's going to face all of them in one night. Batman fights Solomon Grundy, a literal undead monster. He fights Ra's al Ghul, a centuries old assassin. And then he fights Mr. Freeze. Most boss fights are hit the enemy until they fall over. The Mr. Freeze fight is more Batman must now write a tactical adaptation thesis when actively dying. And throughout all of it, Batman's condition worsens, the poison spreads, his time runs out, yet he keeps going because the city needs him. By the time the night ends, Protocol 10 has been stopped, the prison gangs are dismantled, and the Joker's final plan collapses. The night ends with one of the most tragic moments in Batman history, as Joker dies from the poison he created. Batman holds him silently, not celebrating, not triumphant, just standing there with the body of the man who spent years trying to destroy him. In Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman captures Joker and escorts him back to Arkham. Within minutes, the entire asylum explodes into chaos, which honestly raises a serious question. At what point did Arkham guards see Batman and just think, "Oh great, here we go again"? In this night, Batman fights hundreds of Arkham inmates: Bane, Killer Croc, Poison Ivy. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Harley Quinn, Joker, Victor Zsasz. All in one night, because Batman apparently scheduled each fight at once. At one point, the game literally pretends to crash. Panicking, players thought their gaming systems broke, And Scarecrow is basically sitting there, yeah, I did that. Batman pushes through it anyways, because that's what he does. He survives Scarecrow's fear toxin, which Scarecrow claims would drive 10 men insane, and when the night finally ends after defeating Joker's Titan transformation and saving the entire asylum, Batman doesn't rest. As the Batwing arrives to extract him, the police radio reports a bank robbery in progress. The criminal responsible? Two-Face. Instead of clocking out after his shift ends, Batman simply turns towards the next crisis. Another fight, another reminder that Gotham never sleeps, and neither does its protector. Finally, we have Batman Arkham Origins. This is a young Batman. Gotham barely believes this Batman exists. And on Christmas Eve, Black Mask places a $50 million bounty on his head. 8 assassins show up: Deathstroke, Killer Croc, Deadshot, Firefly, Bane, Shiva, Electrocutioner, and Copperhead. Imagine being a random criminal in Gotham that night. You walk outside and suddenly the city has Batman, 8 assassins, a $50 million bounty, and Bane running around on Venom. At that point, you just go home. Crime can wait for another night. Batman, of course, against all odds defeats everybody, and this younger version of Batman is absolutely brutal when interrogating criminals. He says to one inmate, "I'm going to make you talk. How much pain you endure before that is in your hands." When confronting Killer Croc, he snaps, "You want teeth? I want answers." Another thug refuses to talk, and Batman says, "Talk, or you won't be walking anywhere. Ever." And when interrogating Roman Sionis, Batman calmly says, "By my count, there are still 9 more ribs I can break." Then adds, "I can control your pacemaker remotely. You want to see what 250 beats per minute feels like?" This young Batman was not playing games. Even when outnumbered, poisoned, and hunted by assassins, Batman refuses to slow down. By the end of the night, each assassin is defeated, the Joker is captured, and Gotham has begun to understand a lesson it is never going to forget. If you come for Batman, you better bring everything you have, because he is going to survive it. Arkham Batman is undeniably the physical manifestation of the indomitable human spirit. So when people say Arkham Batman defeated an army in one night, they're technically correct, but the truth is much crazier. Across 4 catastrophic nights, Batman survives assassins, supervillains, mutant monsters, prison riots, military invasions, and psychological warfare. Even when he is poisoned, injured, hallucinating, and completely exhausted. He refuses to cross the line. He never ends his enemies. He holds back each punch, which means the most terrifying thing about Arkham Batman isn't that he's unstoppable, it's that he's holding back. And if Gotham ever pushed him far enough to stop doing that, that would be the actual nightmare.
Talk! Don't make me crack your skull and look for the answers inside. Now talk! The right choice. Where's Scarecrow?
Go to hell!
Where is he?
I got nothing to say to you, Batman.
Talk, or I'll crush every bone in your body.
Okay. She's working out of a penthouse in Chinatown. I swear that's all I know.
If you're lying, I'll break the other one.
The other one! Ah!